Hey guys, welcome to another Verse video. I'm Todd Anderson playing against BBD today.
Yep.
We're going to be playing some Standard and a few decks that showed up at the Invitational a week and a half ago. And a deck also that I played in the SCG Open following the Invitational in Columbus. I am playing Esper Control, pretty generic stuff. I don't have any big creatures in the sideboard or anything like that. Mostly just trying to streamline my deck after sideboard to make my Sphinx's Revelations as good as possible. Hopefully to fight off BBD's just slew of discard. But what are you playing?
Well, I am playing a slew of discard, and I'm also playing...
I gave it away, I'm sorry.
Yeah, spoiled. I'm playing Ben Friedman's black-white deck from the Invitational that he top-8'd with.
Yep.
Before...
Don't call it Devotion, man. It's not Devotion.
It's not Devotion.
There's no Devotion in the deck.
It's DiGiorno. It's actually just mid-range. So I have... I noticed Ben Friedman had 0 Blood Barons and 3 Obzats in the 75, so I was immediately hooked.
Yeah,
it just... Blood Baron...
I just watched him... I watched him beat Jared Bocher in the top 4 by peeling Whip with 8 mana in play to get back the Obzadat to turn on his Erebos and attack for lethal and gain 1,000,000 life. That was nice.
That is pretty sweet, yeah.
So anyway, it should be a really fun interactive matchup. Basically, from my side, I'm just going to try to hit all my land drops, start playing things that generate card advantage while trying to kill Brian's like pack rats and his lifebane zombies and stuff as he tries to corrupt the chain. I do have like a lot of answers to his underworld connections, which he'll try to use to draw a bunch of cards. And then he's going to be trying to use his discard to take away my Sphinx Revelation, Supreme Verdicts, things that can interact with him or just put me really far ahead, while also trying to put pressure on me with his cheaper creatures. So
yeah,
should be a pretty good match. We'll be right back for the games. All right, so I'm here on the play with Esper Control. My hand has a few tipples in it, so we can hopefully develop our mana early as long as Brian's not putting too much pressure on us. We should have enough time to find our lands to start casting our spells. All these are pretty solid spells, so keeping.
Yeah, this hand is pretty good. Just some early disruption and good cards. So.
All right, so I'm going to lead with Temple of Silence in case I draw a removal spell or potentially a Thoughtseize. So we'll scry, and we have a land on top, which we do want, so we're going to keep it, and say go.
All right, I'm going to draw. I'm just going to play a land and pass back. So, yeah, I could fire this off, but there's no reason for me to, especially when he keeps a card on top.
Yep. Scry... Oh, wait, no, sorry, I'm going to play the other one. Temple of Enlightenment trigger. There's an island on top. At this point, now that we have 4 lands already and another scry to potentially find another land should we need one, I think we can safely just put this one on the bottom and start digging for more ways to interact with Brian, I think. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to put that on bottom. Say go.
Draw. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Thoughtseize.
Pick your poison.
Alright, so we have Temple, Fountain...
Yeah, if you want to just make your decision, then I can leave a face up while you write down and start going.
All right. So here I'm gonna go ahead and I want to start resolving these spells. So I'm gonna take his dissolve.
Okay.
And it puts me to 18.
Yep.
And you're up.
All right. Draw. All right. Pick these up. So while it does give away what we drew, I think to make sure that if we draw Dissolve and we don't have to take damage, I'm going to play a Temple of Deceit here. Trigger, it's another land. We'll go and put that on bottom and say go.
Draw. Oh, that's a pretty good one there. So we're going to play Mutavault, and I'm just going to go ahead and play a Lifebane Zombie here because I want to get the pressure on and say go. I want to start pressuring his life total as early as possible.
Yeah, so the way our hand is set up, I think we just actually want to verdict away the Lifebane Zombie here. We don't have a way to interact with it, and if his play next turn is to just attack for 5, and then we verdict next turn, I guess that's almost the same as shocking myself and then you hitting me with a Mutavault, but maybe I do want to wait. I don't know, if I draw like a Jace or something the next turn and you cast Underworld Connections, I'd rather him just not have the Lifebane in play, so I'm going to shock and verdict. And we have a backup verdict in case we need one, but...
Alright, Lifebane down for the count. So I'm just going to go ahead and Connections my Swamp, and then pass the turn back.
Alright, play Temple Trigger. I guess we'll keep it so we can cast Elspeth next turn. Here you go.
Alright, I got a 17.
Yep.
Draw for turn. I'm gonna go ahead and start with a Skylands.
Sure.
I think I want this card. Is really good against him. We don't have another one of these yet, but I'm sure that we will eventually get there with all of our ability to draw cards.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and draw it.
So you go to 16?
Yep. And then I'm going to read the bones.
Sure. You go to 14.
Yep. And scry to. Alright, so I don't think we want this, but I think we do want this. So I'm going to bottom this and then draw these two, which, perfect.
Okay. That puts you to 7 cards?
I believe so. Yep, you're up.
Alright, I'll go to 16. Elspeth tick up, make some soldiers. And sure go.
Alright.
And in case you're wondering where I got these sweet foil soldiers from, we got these at States. Yeah, SCG States. I don't know how you can get them now, though. I'm not up to that point. I just know that's where they gave them out originally.
So I'm at 14 right now.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and cast that Obstinate. And then lose to this Elspeth.
Yeah, I'm okay without doing that. I gotta decide. So I'm gonna Hero's Downfall this Elspeth here. But I have to decide if I'm also thought seizing as well, and I think I am. So let's go ahead and downfall the Elspeth. Thought seize you. Alright, so Verdict to Temple.
Yep, you're at 12.
Yeah, I'm at 12. Yeah, definitely get rid of that other Elspeth. We're at a low enough life total that we could die to it. And I'm actually just going to play a Mutavault and say go.
Alright. Draw. Well, that's awkward. Alright, we'll play the Temple Trigger. Not a bad one on top, I guess. I'm going to attack with my soldiers, because what this does is it forces him, or it doesn't force him, but it makes it likely he's going to block with his Mutavault, which means he doesn't draw a card. If we don't attack, then he's just going to start using the connections and not really worry about his life total as much, because he's going to get to untap with 2 Mutavaults to block next turn. And these tokens aren't all that relevant.
Alright, I'm actually going to take it and go to 9.
Yep.
That might be loose, but go to 8.
Yep.
But I want to keep the card flow going.
No, that's understandable.
And I feel like that this card is going to stabilize us here anyway.
Yeah, it sucks.
And I will make 3 of the exact same sweet soldiers.
Yeah, I think I'm going to lose. Here we go.
Alright. Go to 7.
Yep.
Draw. And draw for turn.
Brian's got way more cards in hand than I do.
Start by attacking.
I'll block.
Alright. So yeah, I'll trade off. And I'm going to cast a Lifebane Zombie to see what the coast looks like here.
Yeah, I just went there as well. Okay.
So you have an ultimate price to dissolve and a verdict.
Yep.
So, price, dissolve, verdict. Go to 6.
Okay. Wish I had Devil's Play in my deck. Bang.
Make 3 soldiers.
Okay.
And say go.
Kill that guy.
Alright, he has paid it.
Mutable, go. We're going to die.
Alright, draw for turn. I'll start with a scry.
Yeah.
It's another land which we do not need. Connections down to 5.
Yep.
Draw for turn. It's not terrible.
Well, it is for me.
Probably. All right, so we know he has a dissolve and a verdict. So I'm gonna activate both. I don't think I've played. I played the temple. That's right. That's fine. I'll activate both my mutavaults.
All right. Activate Mutavault.
Sure.
I'll block a Mutavault.
Okay, so you take 5.
Yep. Go to 11.
Elspeth goes to 7.
Yeah.
So he basically has to verdict next turn anyway.
Yep.
So there's really no reason for me to add to the board.
Correct.
So pass the turn.
Alrighty. Ugh.
Supreme verdicts.
Go.
Draw. Alright, start by drawing again. So
4.
go to 4.
You in trouble now.
Alright.
You're so close to dead, Brian. I highly recommend popping Elspeth emblem and then attacking with Mutavault.
Alright, you have 2 cards.
I
I know
do.
one of them is dissolve. I'm going to cast Desecration Demon.
Oh, man. I'm thinking. We can't follow it up with an opposite. I think I dissolve just so I can try to draw Sphinx's Revelation.
Alright, dissolved.
Top card. This is also very good, I think. But I'm probably still going to lose. Brian has way too many cards in hand for me to actually win this game, I think. Yeah, keep it on top.
Alright, so I have to decide. I actually think it's better to plus my Elspeth here rather than ultimate. Because if he has like a removal for Mutavault, it's not that great for me. So I'm actually just going to plus it. And I'll ultimate it next turn, and then I'll get you for 2.
Yep, I'm at 9.
Go. Okay.
Still gonna die to all the 1/1s. Here we go.
There's 1 card left in hand. Yeah, like the reason I was fine doing that is because, like, yeah, even if he draws something like that.
Well, I actually think that at this juncture in the game, like 3 1/1s is literally better than an Elspeth emblem.
Yeah.
Like I have to have another Detention Sphere or another Supreme Verdict to not just like lose to these, or I guess I could draw a Jace too. But I also have to have like the removal spell for this, as opposed to just having any removal spell for the Mutavault, you know. So
Right. All right, I'm gonna cast opposite of that right now.
it resolves.
Perfect. All right, I go to 6. You go to 7.
I don't have an out, I don't think. But we'll
Cast Vanishing Light. All right.
All right, I'm on the play here for game 2, and I've already mulliganed to 6. My 7 was a 1-lander that was unkeepable. This hand is a 6-carder that is probably not keepable, except when we know the matchup. You know, like, it's really hard to go to 5 against any deck with Thoughtseize in it, and our hand doesn't even have our Aetherling in it, so if he Thoughtseizes that, you know, we have to rely on just our 3 Elspeths against his 4 downfalls and more Thoughtseizes to win the game, so it's a little rough. But we do have a Scry land. We're basically just digging for blue sources, and hopefully we'll get there, but I would not be surprised to lose this game.
Well, this hand is kind of bad, but I'm going to keep it. We're on the draw, and we have a temple to hopefully draw us into what we need. So.
All right, Scry. It's not a blue source, so I think we just have to bottom it, even though it's a land. Like, not having blue, even if, like, this land doesn't actually cast anything in our hand, so we just have to put it on the bottom. Right,
okay.
Here you go.
All right, well, that was a pretty bad draw. Actually, probably the worst draw in our deck. And that's going straight to the bottom. You're up.
All right, no blue. Here we go. We're going to play the anemic game.
All right, that's an acceptable draw. Go ahead.
All right. Go. I don't think I'm going to cast a spell this game.
Go.
I might cast 1. We'll see. Go.
Well, that's actually a really good draw.
No. No, don't say that. I'm gonna win. I'm not. That's the joke.
Big D.
All right,
Go.
kill him.
No. I
Nah.
needed that Desecration Demon to live. Take it.
Go.
18.
I'm gonna kill.
I'm
Get my mutavault.
I'm gonna
beat
get double
downs.
mutavaulted out of this game.
I'm gonna get. I really hope that I draw just like Godless Shrine, Plains, Temple of Silence over the next 3 draws. Sure.
I'll use it.
Yep. 17.
I'm gonna Swamp Thoughtseize you.
No.
Alright.
The problem with in case people were wondering, like, this card can't name just Underworld Connections because Underworld Connections gives the ability to the land. So, like, if I play a name Swamp, he can just put on Temple of Silence or Plains. So the fact that he was able to Thoughtseize it before I could name Plains with it is pretty gross. But now I'm just going to try to kill him with Mutavault since I can't draw blue mana.
I mean, that could very easily happen.
So you're at 15?
Yep.
All right, let's draw blue. Yeah, get in there. Trigger. Not a blue on top, and a card I can't cast yet, so we're going to put it on bottom, even though it's really, really good. Hit you for 4.
All right, I'm at 11.
Here we go. Here come the beats.
All right, draw.
We got the beats. We
10.
got the beats. Got the beats. Hey.
God, really? Okay. Scry.
Is it just all lands? Am I going to win this game with Mutavault beatdown? Oh, okay. No, he's got a creature.
Somewhere in here.
Oh.
It's not even a creature. Go.
Oh. All right. I can't cast a spell. Attack for 4.
All right, I'm at 6. Draw.
Oh, this is embarrassing. What you got? Whip back old Obza Daddy?
I'm gonna whip
Or no,
back
sorry.
Desecration Demon. Go to combat.
Oh, man. Trigger on.
Sorry, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're going to play your land pre-combat so that you can downfall something?
Correct.
Yeah. I will not activate.
All right, I'll attack you for 6.
14, you go to 12.
Draw a card.
Yep. 11. I'm going to get him.
Thoughtseize.
You want the one I can cast or the 4 I cannot?
So let's see. I gotta think here. I think I just have to take Aetherling here because I don't think that I beat Aetherling. So you have a Dissolve, a Jace, a Rev, and a Verdict.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm at 9.
Yep.
All right.
Now I don't know what to do. I kind of wish I had just drawn a blue temple. That way I could attack for 4. Because I really want to put pressure on you. Brian's at 9, but the whip plus like anything that he could have in his hand is kind of gross. Like I can just sit on Dissolve, and then if he casts something I want to Dissolve, counter it, and if not, I just Sphinx his Rev. But this is also like a really good time to play Jace and start hitting more land drops. So I could Jace tick down and then attack with Mutavault, which actually seems like a pretty good play. But then even if he has Obsidian and I counter it, he can just whip it back over the next few turns. So I think I just want to do this, tick down, find some stuff. I guess I should. I can't attack with Mutavault. I should do this. I can't attack with both, rather.
Yeah. Let's put the Thoughtseize by itself.
Alright, I will take Thoughtseize and I'll cast it. Going to 12.
Alright, I have a Lifebane, a Banishing Light, Godless Shrine, and a Hero's Downfall.
Alright, I don't care too much about Lifebane Zombie. The Banishing Light and the Hero's Downfall are pretty similar, except Banishing Light can hit my Detention Sphere if I draw it to take his Whip or Underworld Connections. So I think I'm just going to take Banishing Light.
Okay.
And say go. I guess there's a point to be made where Banishing Light doesn't kill Mutavault, though.
Alright, so I draw a card, I go to 8.
Yeah.
Alright, well. Here's Downfall, your Jace.
Jace down.
Lifebane Zombie.
Yep. Mutavault.
Go.
Draw.
What was the other card? You had Rev, Verdict, and what was the other one? Dissolve?
Yep.
Okay.
Rev, Verdict, Dissolve. Alright, well, our dream of killing him with Mutavault is dead, so we're gonna draw 3 cards. We hit a land, which is good. I'm at 15.
Yep.
And I'll play a land, say go.
Alright. Draw. Draw again. Get a 7. Well, that's not terrible.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually kind of bad. Activate, bash you for 5.
10 to 12.
Yep. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I'll just force another verdict out of his hand, I guess. Or force a verdict. I guess maybe not. So he has light. So we have... Alright, I'm running out of space here. What are life totals at?
You're 12, I'm at 10.
12 to 10.
Yep. I'll just leave it face up for a minute if you're done.
Alright. I'm going to play lands.
Sure.
And then, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
So.
you can go ahead and write down. I will take my turn. So what I can do here is Supreme Verdict and then take his whip with my Banishing Light. Or I can just leave his whip for like 1 turn and hold up Dissolve, which I think is probably better. That way, I mean, like if he's gonna hit me for 5 next turn down to 5, but we get to hold up Dissolve for something. The connections is just seems like a problem, I guess. It's actually a pretty tough turn. The card I drew is not making this any easier. Alright, I'm going to pick these up.
Okay.
Alright, I definitely want a Verdict, and then I don't know if I want to banish or hold up for Dissolve. The problem is right now if I tap out and he draws an Obsidian, casts it, I don't actually have any like way to deal with it in my main deck when it's resolved. And if I counter it, like if he, let's see, do you have enough black? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess you can just tap one of these for the white. Yeah, I mean, like I can counter and then you can whip it though, so that's bad. Interesting. I guess since he can counter it, or sorry, he can whip it even if I counter it, I think I should just Banishing Light this.
Okay.
I'll say go.
Alright, draw. I'll activate connections.
Yep. Which 11?
Yep, so you've played a Verdict and a Banishing Light, and you have 4 cards.
Yep.
Draw. 10.
Yep. Oh no. No!
Play Pack Rat.
No!
Uh,
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
I can attack with Mutavault here, but then I can only make 1 rat, so I'm just going to say go. Hope he doesn't have Detention Sphere.
Or another Verdict.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's gross. Alright, Jace tick down. I guess.
Tick down for what?
I think that's right. Hold on, I might want to tap it like this. Does that change anything? I still can't dissolve, but I don't think that matters. Maybe I want to. Yeah, I want to be able to block if I need to. Alright.
Sure.
There we go.
Sphere by itself.
I will target this guy with Sphere.
Sure.
And I will play a Temple, trigger, land on bottom, go. Phew! Phew, he says.
That's a good draw.
No! Stop it.
I'll activate connections.
Alright, 10.
Draw for turn. It's not the worst. Thought sees you. Yep, take that. So dissolve ultimate price. Kill Jace. Play Mutavault. Play a Pack Rat.
Oh man.
Go.
Alright. That was a good turn. All right, I'll price back rat.
I'll make a rat in response.
Yep. Here you go.
Some rats over here somewhere.
Yep, they're hiding out. Man, that was a good Thoughtseize. Would have loved to have drawn 8 cards.
Draw.
Or a bunch, not 8.
Draw.
Yep.
7. That's a nice pack rat I just drew. You have 2 mutables.
Yeah, every time I play this deck on Magic Online and Callie's watching, or like any sort of black deck, every time I draw a card when I have pack rat in play, even if it's like just the worst card ever, she's like, "Ooh, another pack rat."
What's your life at? You're at 10, right?
I'm at 10, yes.
All right. I'm gonna just get aggressive here and activate both mutavaults and send in the team.
All right, I will activate a Mutavault.
Sure.
I will activate a Mutavault.
Sure.
I will block the Mutavaults.
Sure. I will. Discard a planes.
Okay.
Make a rat.
Yep.
All right.
I'll take 4 down to 6.
Yep. I don't know if it's right to trade mutavaults there, but it does hamper him on mana and yeah, get him down to 6.
Are you done after that?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
And dead. All right, so for sideboarding, I'm actually going to try a little experiment here, and I've been doing this a little bit lately, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, but basically I'm going to be cutting all of my dissolves because they're just not very good when Brian's just like hitting me over and over with discard effects. I can never really rely on them to stop what I want them to stop, and so normally that's going to force me to like burn them on early things like Lifebane Zombie or just hitting the actual discard effect that they're trying to play. And it's just, I don't think it's really worth it, especially when a lot of my lands come to play tap and I sometimes can't even cast it on turn 3.
Yeah, like if you think about that last game, you ended the game with the Dissolve in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Thoughtseize are kind of similar. Like they're a little more aggressive, but at the same time, like a lot of Brian's cards just do the same thing. And he has like a lot of card draw with Underworld Connection. So like once he lands Underworld Connection, this card gets a lot worse. And I'm not really going to be winning that game. So what I think I'm going to do is just have a bunch of cards that hit the things he puts into play. So we want a lot of Dark Betrayals, a lot of Deicides, and a Pithing Needle number 2 to come in. Pithing Needle shutting down Unreal Connections is pretty big, while also being able to shut down Mutavault since I'm playing Ultimate Price over Doomblade in my main deck, and I don't have a lot of answers to Mutavault. And then the Deicides can hit Underworld Connections or his Banishing Light or his Whip of Erebos or even his actual Erebos. So just, yeah, cards that actually answer the things he puts into play rather than cards that are trying to stop him before playing something, really. So
yeah, it seems fine. I'm cutting 5 removal spells for obvious reasons. And then I'm cutting the 4 pack rats. And I actually think that pack rat's like underrated against Esper decks. Like we saw that game, like a late pack rat can be very good. And you can actually play like a turn 2 pack rat and then like, you know, turns 3 and 4 just like attack them for 1, and if they don't do anything, end of turn make a rat and like pressure them that way.
Yeah, or even like there are a lot of games I play with decks like this one where I'll just play a pack rat on 2 and then just hit them for 4 with a pack rat and a Mutavault on turn 3 and just force them to deal with a pack rat. And normally the ways to deal with it are like Detention Sphere or Supreme Verdict. So like you don't really want to invest more cards into it, and especially after sideboard because you're getting rid of a lot of the dead cards, and really the only thing you start discarding to pack rat is like excess lands.
Yeah.
So it does get a little worse after board, but at the same time, it is still a pretty good card in the matchup, and I think especially on the play you do want them, so you might want to reevaluate after game 3, but I don't know.
Yeah, like what Todd said is actually what I was just about to say is that...
Sorry.
No, it's cool, but it's like I'm bringing in all these cards that are awesome, and I'm getting rid of all these cards that are crappy, so there's less like fodder for pack rat to pitch.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like, oh, I can just pitch that Ultimate Price that will never kill anything.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I have to pitch like, you know, that Deicide or Duress or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try without the rats, and we'll see how that works out.
All right, so I did want to point out one thing as this game starts is that another reason why like cutting Dissolve is okay is that things like last game and things like this game happen where I have 4 lands, but I only have access to 1 blue mana. So that takes a little bit of the strain off my mana base, and then it basically the only double blue I need after that is like, you know, my big stuff at the end of the game, mainly Sphinx's Rev. But this hand's fine. We have some Scry to try to find some ways to interact with Brian, and a cycler or slash removal spell for a Lifebane Zombie. So
All right. Well, I mulligan to 6, and my 6 card hand is like perfectly fine, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that.
All right. So because I don't know what Brian's gonna do yet, I think I'm gonna lead with Godless Shrine first over the Temple. That could end up biting us if we need to like verdict really badly on turn 4 or something, but I don't foresee that happening with our current hand. So we're just gonna see if he thought seizes us, and then if he does, then we can start digging for something different. Plus, we get a little more information from our draw step based on what we need to scry for.
Well, I was planning on just leading with this, but since we drew this, I'm gonna go ahead and thought seize you instead.
Okay. I have an Eighth Feeling and a Rev and a Charm and some lands, but I don't have second blue. And I will leave it face up while you write it down.
So the way our hand looks, I think we are basically just going to lose to that Aetherling. So I'm gonna take it and just not lose to it.
I really like. I don't think I should mulligan a hand just because it has Aetherling in the opener against you. But like, that is a reasonable strategy on occasion. You know, like in this matchup particularly, I've had my Aetherling taken. Is this the third time or the second time? Was it taken in the first game too?
Just the second time, yeah.
Okay.
Go.
All right. Well, again, even though it gives away information, I think we should just play this Scry land because it scries while also giving us access to blue mana, even though it gives away the information. And we drew this, or we didn't draw it yet, but we scry this, and I think we leave it on top and say go.
All right. Okay, draw. Not great, but it's fine.
It's pretty lucky.
That's easy again.
Well, I assume. I guess I will let you decide.
I might actually take that as Azorius Charm, since we can just do this next turn.
Man.
I actually think that it's right to take the Azorius Charm here, just to keep you off of casting it.
Yeah. That means I'm gonna get Sin Collector. That's demoralizing. Scry, trigger. This card's not so bad here. I think we're gonna keep this on top and say go.
Alright. Go. The Collector. Yep. So, verdicts.
Yeah, Verdict, Temple, Island. Black-White Temple.
Go ahead.
Alright, since we are probably gonna have trouble with that Mutavault, even though it can shut down connections, I'm just gonna needle on Mutavault, play a Temple. So we have Banishing Light on top, and I kind of want access to this at some point to deal with Underworld connections, but at the same time, we're really low on cards, and I think the only card I really want to draw now is a Jace or a Sphinx's Rev, and I'll just say go. Right. So we're just going to dig for those.
Draw. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, we'll crash in with Sin Collector.
18, 16.
And I'm just gonna say go.
Draw. You can see the gears turning. He probably has a Banishing Light and he doesn't want to use it on the needle. Let's say go.
That's gross. Attack.
16.
Go.
Yes. All right, Temple Scry, looking for a card drawer. Land on the bottom, go.
And draw. Attack.
14.
Go ahead.
Draw. Go. 12.
Well, we know one of the cards is Verdict, so we're just gonna throw that guy out there.
Yeah, can't beat him.
Drain.
Yeah, 10 to 18.
Yep, end step exile.
Yeah, don't have Dark Betrayal. That's awkward.
Perfect.
Just gonna die. Verdict, you're a stupid idiot. Go.
Alright, drain.
Yep. 8 to 20.
20. Draw. So here I'm actually going to Banishing Lights the Needle.
Trigger on the stack. I'll deicide the Banishing Lights and Needle stays in play.
Alright.
That way you don't actually get to activate your Immutable.
Boom.
Yep, I'm at 3. And you're at. Well, you're still at 20.
I'll play land for the turn and connections.
Okay.
Go.
You don't want to put it on your Immutable?
No.
It can't attack. All right,
That's
so
a good point. That's
so
a
we
valid
need to
point.
draw Sphinx's Rev into Dark Betrayal to not basically to make sure that we actually are in this game. And we draw ultimate price, so we're done. So I am on the mulligan here on the play. I threw away a 1-lander with Aetherling again. Now for a hand with 3 lands and 2 6-drops. So let's see how this works out.
All right, this hand is pretty good. So.
All right, Temple Trigger. It's another land. I think I want it. Go.
Draw. I'll go ahead and scry with my temple.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna bottom that because I don't need that.
All right, Temple Scry. I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like I'm falling into a hole. I think I just bottom this ultimate price. I don't know. The more I play with ultimate price against the black-white version, the more I don't like it.
I'm gonna duress you.
Do you want Azorius Charm or an Elspeth of 2?
Oh,
Oh, we're gonna get there.
I don't doubt that actually.
If your hand is just 2 more discarded spells. Oh no.
I think I'm gonna take one of the Elspeths in case we draw another discard spell.
Okay.
Go.
At least he doesn't have it yet.
What were the lands?
Oh, sorry. These 4.
Godless Island. Okay.
Yeah. Godless, go.
All right. So Island Charm, Elspeth. Draw. Go.
I'm just gonna go and. Well, I thought about cycling this Azorius Charm, but he doesn't have a play on turn 2 or 3 as far as a threat's concerned, so that leaves me to believe he has a demon in hand. And so I think I want to save the charm to his demon. Again, could just be wrong, but I think that is correct. So that's a pretty good one on top, I think. We'll just keep that one. Say go.
Demon.
Yep.
Go.
Go. Actually, that's terrible. Hold on. I played the island, right? All right. I'm going to. I'm just going to de-sphere this guy.
Okay.
Let's say go.
All right. Already drawn. Scratch this guy.
Yep. All right. I'll take 2. Cycle Azorius Charm.
All right. So 22 to 18.
Yeah. Now I'm just trying to find a land to make
Go.
Elspeth tokens, basically. And we failed miserably.
It would fail to find.
Take down Jace and try to draw Dark Betrayal.
Sure.
Well, I'm going to take the one with 2 lands, so you figure out which one you want to give me. This is actually a tough Jace, actually, because
It's actually a really tough
I want the Meatball to be able to potentially chump the Obzdot, and I also want 2 lands. So, and the Scry is pretty good too on the Temple. So, like it's either this or this, but I don't know which one it is either.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is.
I think it's probably this, but it depends on your hand too, I guess. Like if you have a way to kill the Mutavault and like your removal's been dead or whatever, like double downfall or something.
I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah. All right. Temple, Scry, another land. I'll just put that on bottom. Here you go.
All right, drain you.
Yep. 16, 24.
Draw for turn. I'm gonna begin the turn with Read the Bones. That way I can see what I want to do. All right. Well, I think I just put both of these on the bottom actually, because I don't really need more lands. So 1, 2. All right. Well, because we drew that, I guess I'll fire off a Duress as well. Take Elspeth. We can beat those other cards. So he has a Godless, a
Charm,
Rev, and a Charm.
Yep.
And then kill Jace.
Yep.
And play lands and exile Obs to that.
All right. We're gonna take a lot of damage next turn, but I think we just want to rev for 1 more card, so we're gonna go to 14 and say go.
Okay. Obzak comes back.
Yep.
26 to 12. I'm gonna attack. Put the question to him.
Yeah, I think I just need to draw an actual answer in Dark Betrayal to him, and Charming it leaves me vulnerable to a second main Sin Collector or a Thoughtseize. But he didn't cast the... If he had Sin Collector last turn or a second Thoughtseize last turn, he would have just cast them, so he would have to have drawn it this turn. But I guess there's also a potential... He probably just actually has another Obstadat, so I think I just take 5 and go to 7.
Okay, so 26 to 7?
Yep.
No, I don't think I did.
Alright, oh yeah,
so
you're
24
to 7.
Okay.
Excuse me.
And...
Second Obstadat?
I'm just gonna play Erebos here.
Oh no. Alright, we'll draw 4 in response.
Yep.
Go to 11. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're just dead.
And
Great.
Play a land, and I think I just passed the turn and let myself draw a card with Erebos.
I think you main phase draw a card and try to hit a discard effect, right?
Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. So go 22.
Yep. Like.
And then exile.
Okay. Draw. Well, that was pretty good, actually. Alright, well, I'll just cast Elspeth, take up, let it die to his downfall, and then I have just Aetherling left to kill him. I guess, and Mutavaults. And say go.
Alright, Obstac comes back.
Yep, 9 to 24.
Yep. Draw for turn. Draw card.
Yep.
22.
Yep.
So I know he still has an Azorius Charm in his hand, unfortunately.
Maybe he doesn't have downfall. That would be the best ever. Oh.
Play Lifebane Zombie.
Alright, I have Verdict, Charm, and Splants.
Alright, so you have Charm, Verdict, Shrine, 2 Temples. Connections.
Yep.
And I don't want to attack here because I don't actually want either of these to get charmed. So, I'm just going to pass the turn. Go to exile. How's that?
I'm at 9.
Yep.
Alright, I'll cycle.
Okay.
That was a pretty good draw, I think. Still think I'm gonna die though. Ooh, maybe not. A lot of stuff going on here. You're at a bajillion life. And I can't do both of these things safely. It's unlikely you have any way to deal with all my soldiers, so I feel like I'm going to have a reasonable defensive force. And right, I'm just going to cast Aetherling.
It's gross.
Yep. And I'll play Temple Trigger. I don't think I need that. Still just want Dark Betrayal to kill Obstadat. And tick up. I think I'm just gonna die soon, but don't know if I want to attack or not. I guess I do. Can eat 1, go to 20, go back to 22. Just go.
Okay, so Obstac comes back.
Yep, 24 to 7.
Draw for turn. Draw.
Yep.
23.
That's so good.
Draw.
Yep. 21.
Thoughts easier.
Verdict Sphere lands. You're at 19.
Yep, 19. Verdict Sphere lands. Take Detention Sphere. I'm at 19.
It is really tense.
Mm-hmm. You with everything.
Okay. One here. And everything else here.
Okay.
Actually, no, maybe I shouldn't do that. Hold on. So 3, 4, 5. I think I should just do this and pump his toughness, because that way he won't die to the opposite side. But
Okay. I'll order the 2 soldiers first.
sure.
And so you take 3.
Yep. I go to 4.
Yep. Opposite dies. 3 of your soldiers die.
Yep.
Second opposite that.
Did not realize you had enough mana to do that. Okay. Well, it didn't matter.
21 to 2.
Yep.
End step exile. Don't draw a revelation.
Well, I can't gain life.
That's right. I think you're. Yeah, I guess. Maybe
I need
to
a stifle. Dead. All right, so I'm here on the play for game 5. Down to 0-4. A little demoralizing, not gonna lie, but we'll just keep fighting the good fight. This hand is reasonable, and I would never mulligan.
All right, this hand's really good, so I'm gonna keep it.
All right, scry, trigger, land on bottom. Go.
Draw. Gold Gate, go.
Yes.
Can't lose.
Yeah.
Making a rare appearance.
Scry, Tension Sphere. Thing is, I don't actually know what I want to dig for right now, which is super awkward, but I just don't really want my lands coming to play tapped. I think I just bottom it. Say go.
Alright, well, I'm going to start with Thoughtseize.
Alright. Rev, Elspeth, Sphere, Price. 2 land.
It's a tough one. I'm just going to take Elspeth and then Sphinx's Revolution.
Okie dokie.
I'm at 18, so you have 2. Was it Price?
Price, Sphere, Shrine, Held.
Alright.
Play. Godless, go.
Alright. Draw. Say go.
Go.
I know he has a price or
Detention
sphere, but I'm still gonna do this and say go. Get a card out of it.
Alright, I'm just gonna turn deicide the Underworld Connection.
Alright, I'll draw a card.
Yep.
It's exiled.
Go.
So I'm at 17, you're at 20 still?
Yep.
And I know...
These 2.
Yeah, I know two of your cards. Let's play a Desperation Demon.
Sure.
Go.
Price it.
Yep.
I don't really know what to do here. This is a little awkward. Like, I really want to hit my land drops, but I don't want to burn my second Sphinx to just try to hit a land. And I don't really want to cycle Charm and hit a land, only to have him make me discard my Sphinx's Rev. So, not really sure what to do. I think I just cycle Charm and try to dodge a discard spell for 1 turn. Alright, well, we hit, but it could be bad. Put a Temple on bottom. Go. Yep. 18.
Land Demon.
Yep.
Go.
Shock, go.
So you're at 16?
Yep.
Alright, well, that clearly means Sphinx's Revelation. So I'm just going to hit him for 8.
Yep. 8 to 17.
Yep, and I'm going to just hope he doesn't draw a Supreme Verdict off of it. Go.
Now I'll draw 4, gain 4. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 lands. Crazy. Oh, man. Alright, well, we can deal with all his threats, but now we just need, like, another Sphinx's Revelation, I guess. But we're going to play a Mutavault to be able to block his. We're going to go ahead and, we're going to Sphere the zombie because the demon just hits harder, and I want to, like, actually kill demon. And I'll just go ahead and price this guy, save time.
Okay.
Here you go. So I'm going to be doing that regardless, so it's not really going to change what Brian does, I don't think.
Alright.
Activate block.
Sure.
Yep.
Go.
Draw. Temple Scry, land bottom, go.
Alright. Combat.
Yep, 6.
Attack 6. Plains Elspeth.
Yeah, that's game. Probably sure.
3 soldiers.
Guess I can draw Verdict into Sphere. Well, I guess that's actually good. Okay, too.
That works.
Yep. Tick up, go.
And you're at 6 right now?
Mm-hmm. What you got, bro?
Combat Trigger Demon.
Tip it.
I'll let you.
Block.
Go.
Take 1 down to 5.
Make 3 more.
Yep.
And so if he has nothing and draws nothing, I can kill him with this on the Detention Sphere, but I think it's just safer to go for Elspeth here. Which I think also just kills him, so
Yep.
Go.
Alrighty. No. Ooh, Verdict, I guess.
Alright.
Power Fountain, go.
Alright, I'm just going to leave these in play because that's exactly what's going to happen next turn.
Yep.
That's easy. Alright. At 15, you're up.
Alright. Need a good one. So I'm at 5, so I just need runner. That's a good start. 2, 4, 6. Okay, so I can't tick up because you can ultimate and still kill me.
Correct.
Tick down.
And Needle by itself.
Needle Elspeth.
Yep.
Here we go.
2 at Chase, 1 at you.
Alright, I go to 4. Buy me 1 more turn, even if I don't draw anything.
Go.
Come on, dealer. Come on, dealer. I gotta win one.
Actually, I should play this because if I draw card draw spells. Go.
Alright, well, we still got 1 more turn.
Yeah, 1 more turn.
We gotta keep it. Hope you draw nothing. Come on, dealer. Is it nothing?
It's
I'm
a
at
land.
1. Okay. Is it mutable?
Yeah, it is.
Alright, kill these and die.
Alright. Revenge is a dish best served by Obsidian.
I was like, cold, warm? I don't. Okay.
Dead.
Yeah.
Best served dead.
That was just embarrassing. I will say that. Not winning a game is really demoralizing, but it also shows just how good Ben Friedman's black-white deck from the Invitational was. So kudos to him. I think it's really well built. I think playing just a few 5-drops and being able to fit room for Elspeth at the 6th slot is good. basically playing like the 2 Obzdot, 2 Elspeth split instead of the normal like 4 Gray Merchant of Asphodel or 3 Blood Baron, 1 Obzdot, or what some people were playing.
Yeah, Obzdot is just so much better than Blood Baron. It's just not
Yeah,
even
I mean,
funny.
against Esper Control, like, obviously their spell removal doesn't do anything, but at the same time, like, they have Verdicts to kill it, they have, like, Dark Patrol after, or I guess, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Nope, Blood Baron just really, really good. Or really, really bad, Obzdot really, really good.
Yeah, Baron just dies to Verdict and Elspeth and can't attack to 8th Wing and...
Yeah, all these things. But Obzdot just brain drain, and then you can't ever draw an answer to it, apparently. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best part of Obzdot when they don't draw an answer to it.
Yeah. Maybe, okay, so the experiment of cutting Dissolve may have been a bad one. There were a couple of games where... even if I had it, maybe it wouldn't have been that great simply because Brian had like 2+ discard spells a game, but that's just how the deck is configured after sideboard. And decks like Esper Control that are really slow just have a lot of trouble, keeping cards in their hand. Even when I Revelation for 3, 4, 5, if 2 of them are lands or 3 of them are lands, you're still basically on par with cards with Underworld Connections, Erebos, and just like Sin Collector, he's kind of like a 2-for-1. Like I have to be able to deal with him somehow, or I'm just going to die. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have much else to say. I thought my deck was pretty good. I did pretty well at the Open at the Invitational in Columbus with it. I went 8-2, losing to Black-Green twice, and I figured that my main reason for losing to Black-Green was because my Detention Spheres did not become like, or they weren't like actual answers because they had Abrupt Decay. But that's pretty similar here because you have Banishing Light instead of Abrupt Decay, but you also have Deicide out of the sideboard. So pretty similar in that, but you also just have threats that are much harder for me to beat with Elspeth and Obzdot.
Yeah, I know that I actually played a very similar list to this in the Charlotte Invitational where I had like Whip, Obzdot, Demon, Pack Rat, like all...
Brimaz.
Yeah, I had Brimaz in that list instead of Lifebane.
Just the greediest.
Yeah, it was a little greedy. But the main thing is that I built the deck so that it would not lose to Esper or Black decks, and it just doesn't lose to those decks.
Yeah.
It has like issues with monsters. It can have issues with monsters. Or some of the hyper aggressive decks like the Tom Ross mono red deck.
Yeah, I think those matchups can be fixed though. Normally you would be fixing it at the expense of other matchups though. So like the more cards you cut that come in against Esper or Black control decks, you have to start trimming on those to play things like Pithing Needle for the monsters decks, or like Drown in Sorrow against the Tom Ross decks. And when you're cutting like either a Sin Collector or like a Deicide or something, it's going to affect how other matchups play out. So you have to figure out if you want to sacrifice a little bit in one matchup for another, and that's really the dance when it comes to the black decks. You just have to figure out the best configuration to try to beat everything. Or if you know you can't beat a certain strategy, then you just have to know to ignore it and just kind of hope to dodge it in a major tournament. So
yeah, like that's definitely a strategy too. Like, but I mean, there are cards like, for example, Bioblight is a card that like Friedman doesn't have a lot of, and I think that card's just really good against most decks in the format.
Yeah, it's also great in the mirror match too because it kills Pack Rat
Yep.
when your opponent gets a Pack Rat advantage. And one of the things that I dislike about most of the way that black decks are built right now is that a lot of them lean, like the black green ones lean on Abrupt Decay, Devour Flesh, and not a lot of Abrupt Decay. So I feel like in the mirror matches they lose a lot to Pack Rat. And at the same token, like yes, you can have Thoughtseize for it, you can have removal spells for it, but sometimes if they just sandbag until turn 5, they're just going to kill you with Pack Rats, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it unless you play Bioblights. So
yeah, I like that this version does have Elspeth though as a trump to Pack Rat.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I like that actually.
So like you're not just cold to it, even though you don't have Bioblight, but I still like Bioblight a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing like 1 main, 2 board or something like that, but it's also really good against mono blue. It's really good against Tom Ross's mono red deck. So there are a lot of matchups where the card has utility. So I think it's potentially a good sideboard card at the moment, at least. So anyway, guys, that was the most embarrassing match I've ever played on camera. Not really. I once tried to kill a 2/2 with an Izzet Staticaster when there's a 1/1 in play. But that's a whole different story. And I
got 5-0'd by Todd either last week
2 weeks ago
yeah,
when we were playing Sneak and Show. So Brian got his sweet justice.
It felt
here.
good. It felt real good.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, thanks for watching this week. Be sure to check us out later in the week with more Versus videos, mine and Brian's articles, and me and Brad on Above the Curve. So thanks for watching. See you soon.
See you.